Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today we're going to talk about the books that I read in the month of March. March was interesting. It was interesting. I don't know, like I read 6 books, and that's great, but I also still kind of felt like I wasn't fully concentrating on reading, and I kind of had to force it a couple times, which you'll see in some reading vlogs if you haven't already. Actually, they both might have already been posted, but there were a couple of times where I was like, I have to force myself to focus. And that's something I've been struggling with lately, is focusing on anything versus like not just reading, just like anything. So that's when I've been YouTubing and scrolling. So that's been a problem for me lately, just getting too lost into that. But today we're going to talk about what I did read, because I did read some really good ones. Okay, I started out the month reading a book that I read for Buzzword. It was water words, something that has to do with water. And I had a book that I ended up buying in Kansas City when I was there with my besties last year. And it is by an author that I definitely want to read more from. So I took this opportunity to pick it up. And that is A Dark and Drowning Tide by Allison Saft. Sarah, what's wrong with your book? Bruce Wayne is what's wrong with my book. He's lucky he's cute. He'd shoot up. Oh, I was so mad. I was so mad. I left this on an ottoman in my library, and he got right on up there and decided it was delicious and chewed up the corner of my book. I was so angry at him. Oh, lucky he's cute. Okay. Anyway, so I am no longer just leaving my books around where he can get to them. They are up and out of the way until he gets a little older and knows better. But I did read this one. I listened to this one on audio, and this one was narrated by Saskia Marleveld, and it was fine. I really liked the writing. I feel like Allison Saft has a gift for writing. Her words that she uses are beautiful, and they paint very vivid descriptions. However, along with that, with this one, it was hard for me to follow the magic system, because I don't feel like it was even really, I feel like the magic was just there, and it was never really explained. It was just there, and we were just supposed to be okay with it. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Well, how is this person able to do that? And how is this, And so I kind of felt like I had a lot of questions about the magic system. And the main characters were interesting. I really, really did not like Lorelai. She was very self-loathing, and it was that way through the entire book. I was just like, girl, you deserve love. Get over it. Like, come on. Like, it was just kind of one of those things where she just kept feeling this way and kept saying these things. I was just like, oh my God. Like, it kind of got a little bit old. She never really got over that. And then Sophie, I did like, and she did kind of, try to put Lorelai like, girl, stop it. What are you doing? She was kind of probably feeling the same way that I was feeling. So it was interesting. Like, I liked it, but I didn't love it. So I ended up landing on 3 stars with this one. And since Bruce tore this one up, like, I'm not going to replace it. I'm okay. I don't feel like this is one I need on my shelves. I didn't like it that much. I liked the other one that I read from her a lot better. So we'll see, but I'm glad I read it. It's good. I still want to read more from Allison Saft for sure. And yeah, but bummer about that. Okay, the next one that I read on my Kindle, and that is The Otherware Post, and this is by Emily J. Taylor. This was one that I had started a while ago. It was an ARC, and I got halfway through it, actually, and then ended up needing to put it down just for some other things. But I had said, I was like, I'm going to go back to this one. I'm definitely going to go back to this one. And I did, and I finished it, and I loved it. I thought it was great. And this is the first book by her that I have read. I do have another book on my shelves already from her, and so I'm very excited to get to that one too. This was a historical book that also has magical realism in it, and we're following a young girl who is living a secret identity, because if anyone knew who she really was, she would be shunned, basically. Her father is accused of basically mass murder, something happened where there was a big explosion and a lot of people died, and a lot of people are blaming her father for it because it really looks like he's the one who orchestrated the whole thing. And she is, living as someone else, because when that happened, she was very young, and now she's grown up, and no one really recognizes her, which is good. So she's completely changed her identity, and it's just trying to live her life. So she is planning to kind of be gone from her area anyway. However, she ends up getting this letter from something called the Otherware Post, which is a mail system in this world. And it is a mail system that can deliver mail through different realms. There are these kind of magic doors / portals that you can go to, which will transfer or transport you to a different part of the world. And a mail can go that's how they deliver mail and stuff, and can be transferred. Now she gets a letter that is delivered 7 years too late. It's been 7 years since that letter was written versus when she got it. But it is a letter telling her that her father was innocent. So now she's on a mission to figure out if that's true, because she needs to know if she can clear her name, if she can clear his name, and not have to live this way anymore. And she figures out that the most reliable way to figure out who sent this letter to her is to actually become an employee of the Otherware Post. So she goes to this academy where she learns how to be an employee, because there's certain things that you have to do, and there's certain spells that you have to be able to cast and all that stuff. It's a whole thing. It was really, really cool. And she tries to figure out what was going on with her dad and if he was actually innocent or not. So I loved it. I thought it was great. It was a lot of fun. And even though I put it down for a little bit and went right back to it, I got right back into it, no problem. And I thought it was really, really good. I really liked her writing. It is young adult. And I thought it was great. So I really loved it. The magic was really cool. I really liked the magic system and the way that it was explained and the way you kind of figured things out. So it was great. I will definitely read more from that author. The next one that I read is The Herd. This is by Andrea Bartz. And you saw this one in one of my reading vlogs that I just recently posted with our Go With The Flow. I read this one, and I read it in one sitting, in one day. I listened to it. The audiobook narrator, there were two of them, Carissa Vacker and Emily Wu Zeeler, and they were pretty good. They were good narrators. I really enjoyed their narration. This is following a bunch of rich 20-somethings who live in New York, and they are some way, somehow part of this company that is very women-centric and very attuned to giving opportunities to women, and it's almost an exclusive club, and you have to be accepted into it. You have to kind of even be vetted. So it's one of those things. But is there something else going on behind the scenes? And we're figuring all that out. And our main character is the sister of somebody who works in the company, and everyone else, some of the other people who work in it are people that she grew up with and she knows really, really well. But one of them ends up going missing. And what's going on? It's somebody who has a lot of enemies. So there's a lot of suspects and a lot of possibilities. So you're just trying to figure out what's going on. I enjoyed it. I ended up giving it 3 stars because it was good, but it wasn't, I don't know, it kept me entertained for while I was listening to it, but I wasn't super hooked, and I wasn't just like, oh my gosh, it wasn't anything like that. I did not see the ending coming, so that was good. That was a good point of it. But yeah, I don't know, it was fine. It was entertaining. I enjoyed my time while I was listening to it. Don't know that I'll remember it in 5 years. I may not. But while I was listening to it, it was fine. So it was good. And this is also one that Lindsay sent me for a Christmas book exchange. It was like a bonus book that she included. So I was able to do that. But yeah, I mean, it was good. If you want something kind of quick and rich girl, B words, basically, that's what it is. This is it. And And then I read Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I read this on my Kindle. I got an early copy and I read it. It will be coming in a vlog very soon. I do have my April arc vlog filmed. I just haven't edited it yet. So I'm working on that. So it'll be coming up here in the next few days, I think. I need to get going on that one. But I did read this one for that vlog. So you'll get a lot more details in that one. When I say this might be my favorite Abby Jimenez book, I am not saying that lightly. I loved this book. Okay. I loved the characters so much. I loved them. Oh my gosh. So here's what's going on. I'm going to be vague because I don't like to give too much away. But we have our two main characters who go on kind of like this perfect first date for both of them. They are like, oh my gosh, I never want this to end. I need this person in my life, blah, 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 blah. After their first date, something happens and you realize there's a reason that they can't be together. And it's heartbreaking. And you go through them like kind of seeing like, but could we? But I don't know if it could work. And, you know, like there's a lot of obstacles happening on both sides. It's not just one side or the other. It's both of them. They have a lot of obstacles that they would have to face in order to be together. These are adults and they talk like adults. And I'm so like, that's one thing that I love about Abby's books is that her characters talk to each other. And there's not like, there was maybe one book that had a lot of miscommunication in it, which was Yours Truly. That one had some miscommunication, but this one, absolutely not. Like these characters talked all the time and I loved that. And they were honest with each other. And they said that they would be honest with each other from the beginning. Like, we're not going to keep secrets. We're going to tell each other how we feel. We're going to tell each other what's going on and all that stuff. And so that part was so great that I was like, thank you. And there was even like potential for, you know, some side characters to cause a problem. And I was like, if this happens, I swear to God. And it didn't. And I was so happy. Like, that's what I love about Abby is like her characters, when they fall in love, they are focused. They are focused on each other. And I love that. And then I believe, these are big words, but I think Xavier might be my favorite male character that she's written. And we're talking up against Daniel. We're talking up against Doug. Like Xavier might be it for me. He might be it for me. Oh my gosh, this book, you guys. Now, Abby does tackle hard topics in her books. This one does have a hard topic as well. I'll tell you a little bit about it. It is early onset dementia is a big factor in this book. So there's that. But I loved it. I love her. I'm ready to propose marriage to Abby Jimenez. Like it's to that point. I read everything that she has written and they just keep getting better and better and better and better and better. I have this book coming to me. It's in the mail right now. Actually, I got the Barnes & Noble special edition because I want that extra chapter, which is going to give you a hint of who is going to be featured in the next book. And I'm so excited to see who that's going to be. Now, Abby has kind of confirmed that this is not necessarily a book from part of your world. It's because the main female character, Samantha, was featured in one scene in Just for the Summer, which was the third book in Part of Your World. So this isn't like set in Part of Your World. She has no like other connections or anything. So this is like a new kind of, I'm guessing trilogy because I think she was signed for 3 more books. So yeah, but very excited to see who the next book is going to be about and can't wait to get that so I can read that extra bonus content and see what's going on. But I loved this. Total 5 stars. Abby is a queen. Speaking of queens, I read The Whispers by Ashley Audrain, which I believe this reading vlog, if I'm timing all this right, it just went up like a few days ago. Okay. Oh, this book, you guys. This is one of my 5-star predictions, so I'm not going to tell you too much because you're going to hear about it at the end of April as well. But I did read it in March and I loved it. I will read anything this one writes. I have already read her 2 published books. This is number 2. And if she writes another one, I will 100% pick it up. There's no announcements or anything, so I don't know. But I did read this one. And then I ended my month with one of the craziest books I've ever read. I read Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman, which was also in the same vlog. We read this for my in-life book club. And it was funny because I nominated it. We nominate books every month and then we vote. And this one won. And I did not think anybody else would vote for it. I was like, no one's going to know what this is. It's been on my mind because a lot of people have been talking about it. And I wanted to read it. And then it won. And I went, oh, snap. Okay, this is happening. So I ordered my copy and I loved this book. It is nuts. This book is insane from start to finish. It does not stop. If you like action in your books from start to finish, here we are. This is it. It literally does not stop. How do I explain it without, I don't want to give anything away. Okay. The beginning of this book, there is a big event that happens to the entire world. A big event. Not everyone survives. Big event. Our main character, Carl, survives, and he is told what he has to do in order to survive moving forward. It's so good. There are a lot of survivors, I'll say that, but compared to the actual population of the earth, not a lot. But millions, but also not a lot. Oh my gosh, this book, you guys, it is absolutely insane. The things that he has to do in order to survive and what gets forced on him and why this is happening. And the humor in here, you guys know I like humor in my books. This, I laughed out loud so many times. So many times. I could not. It was so good. It was so good. I just don't want to say too much, but I will say we had 9 people at book club and everybody read it. And so many people said, I would have never picked this up on my own because they had never heard of it, but they loved it. Everybody loved it. Everyone loved this book. So if that's an indication, you should pick it up. It is action-packed. It is a little crude. There's some crude humor in there as well. So there's that. There's just really, really, really funny moments. There's really, really terrifying moments as well. And a lot of people, I did not listen to this on audio. I read it with my eyeballs. But a lot of people did listen to it and they said the audio is fantastic. So there's that. So moving on in the series, which I am, because I've already bought books 2, 3, and 4. I might listen to them. We'll see. But this book, you guys, it was a huge surprise on how much I loved it. I have a hard time articulating it, but 5 stars, love. All right. And that is what I read for the month of March. I am still working on Valor. I'm halfway through, so I'm planning to finish that up. So I should have a wrap up for that one at the end of April. I mean, no, fingers crossed, I will, because I want to get started on Ruin as well. But I am slowly but steadily working on that one too. So just not done yet. All right. Well, let me know your thoughts down below. And let me know what you read in the month of March. Have you read any of these? And what was your favorite? I would love to know that. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.